Like, bro, I just have too much sauce to even care.
Been on my freaking for a while. Know them haters gon' hate, know them jacking my style. See me waited months to grace, hop in here, let me style. I'ma do it like he said, I'ma make my papa proud. Yeah. This one for the culture, see the vultures all around. So the sheep amongst the wolves, we gon' kill it, we gon' clown. We gon' set it off, we gon' let it out the bag now. Have mercy, we are not worth it, take a bow.
Thank God, it is Fashion Friday. Thank you all for joining me. If you don't know me by now, my name is Al the Great. I am CEO and lead designer of Good Steward Apparel Brands, and I am your host of Thank God It is Fashion Friday. TGIFF is the fastest, fashion show on your Friday, bringing in your weekend and also helping you decompress from a long week. So if you are just joining us, please go ahead and let me know how you're doing. How was your week? Was it long? Was it short? Let me know what you want to talk about in future shows. So today we have a special guest. Hopefully he's going to be able to come in and join us. I think we're having some difficulty. It's COVID, but I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for supporting Coffee and Collaborations Media. I want to thank you for supporting TGIFF, and thank you for supporting Good Steward Apparel. If you do not know who Good Steward Apparel is, that is one of our brands. Good Steward Apparel is Good Steward Apparel, No Robots, and Be Athletics Unlimited. 3 brands, all catered to changing the culture. So I see David is messaging me. Okay, so he's coming in a little bit, but as you guys are joining us, like I said before, let me know how are you doing. Today we are going to talk about some tailored luxury fashion. It is a season for it. I know that we're going through COVID, but people are still getting married. People are still doing events. And sometimes people still want to get dressed up, right? What events are you going to this fall? Today's show is brought to you by No Robot Streetwear. Let me pull it up. So No Robots Streetwear is a brand, like I said before, of Good Steward Apparel. It is a streetwear brand, catered to those uniquely made. Why try to be like everybody else when you can, support a brand and be a part of a brand that caters to your unique self. So go ahead and check out No Robot Streetwear. We love, as you can see, we love red and black. Some of our kicks have some colors, but we love red and black. And really nice, like I said, comfortable, uniquely made brand. All right, we are still trying to get David in here. See, we're still having a little bit of difficulty. But if you are just coming in and joining us, let me know, like I said, let me know how your weekend was. I know we had the election, the last debate this week, yesterday. And I know that was an incredible, stressful thing. I know it was better than the last one. I couldn't watch it, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I couldn't watch it. I wanted to save myself some frustration and save myself a little bit of stress. But I did go out to get out there early vote. It is such an important thing this election. Please make sure that you're getting out there early vote. It's going to make it so much easier for you. And some places don't have any lines. And if they do have a line, just get out there and just wait for it, right? This is your right. And we want to make sure that everybody's voice is heard. What things do you all like about luxury fashion? When you think about luxury fashion, what do you think about? Do you think about just bags and suits and what do you think about? Is it embellishments? What is it when you think about luxury fashion that makes you really love luxury fashion? Let me hear from you in the comments. And what are some of your favorite luxury fashion brands? What are some of the ones that you have been supporting for a long time? And definitely let me know if you have a black owned luxury fashion brand that you support. We love black owned, and I think I'm going to do a show just on black owned luxury brands. I think there's some out there, but we don't realize that they are out there, they definitely need our support. Not just mainstream, but we need to also support those black owned luxury brands. So it looks like we have David in. I'm gonna bring him in. What's up,
Oh
man?
man, I made it. I made it. Can you hear me?
David. All right.
Oh man.
Thank you for joining us for Thank God It is Fashion Friday. This is a show that we just we chop it up about fashion and decompress from a long weekend and bring in the weekend. I mean, decompress from a long week and bring in the weekend. So with everyone we like to bring on the show, we like to start it off before you even tell me who you are in your bio. It it tells a lot by people telling what your fashion is. And we think about fashion, it's something that everybody has, but all of it is unique to them. So in about 2 to 3 words, how would you describe your fashion?
Uh, in 2 to 3 words, that's a tough one. I'll probably say classic, bold at the same time.
I like
Yeah,
it.
so it's kind of like bold and classy. Yeah, that's what
I
I would
like
say.
it. And I would agree with you with some, just following some of your stuff. I would definitely would agree with you. So tell the people who you are, David.
My name is David Vachon. I'm the owner of David Vachon Luxury, men's and women's wear custom suiting company. I am from Patterson, New Jersey. Now I'm residing in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I'm just here to get all my people right in this fashion game.
Okay, I like it. And if you guys have any questions for David, David is going to be talking about some fall trends. He's also going to be talking about some of his collection. Leave him a question in the chat. We are a quick show, but we always try to make sure we answer those questions. So, David, how does one become a David Vachon? Were you in pre-K the best dress? Just all up and down. How does one become a David Vachon? How'd you get here?
So if I'm gonna be very transparent, which I didn't plan on doing. I was planning to be a little more candid, but kind of what got me right here was struggle. Honestly, um, I struggled, and there were times where, honestly, when it comes to fashion, you see stuff and you admire it, and you would like to like dress a certain type of way. I
Yeah,
actually learned through trial and error how to build up what I have right now because like I wasn't always very stylish. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
it was like taking risk on certain outfits and just mixing, matching things, and even sometimes being embarrassed until I actually kind of got it right. And then, you know, from there, it just continued to grow and mature. So it really started off to me like even in like my personal life, there was a lot of things going on. So I would dress a certain type of way on based on how I wanted to express myself in that moment. So that's really what it took, and that's why I'm here right now. It's the kind of maturation process of actually taking that risk.
I like it, man. I like it. I am a firm believer in, like Lecrae said, your struggle will make you rich. I've grown up, lived in homeless shelters, transitional homes, kind of all of that, and then been blessed today to have three brands. So definitely believe that, man. And we're
I
glad to have you here.
applaud you.
Thanks. I applaud you too. So
Yep.
as we're talking about, that the tailored luxury fashion, what are some things that you see are some fall trends for this year? With us dealing with COVID as well.
Well, as you know, when it comes to trends, they do come and go, but then you have certain trends that really won't go out of style, really. So actually, it's not a temporary trend. Um, it's a lot of color play this season, so it's really about colors right now for most people because the pieces that come in fashion, they're kind of certain things that are truly unique come and go, but for the most part, everybody keeps their staples. You see the same things in different colors. So, like your staple pieces, like bomber jackets and moto jackets and things like that. In terms of like your style, like so, basically, what I'm saying is that it's more about the colors. So you're gonna see a lot of greens. You're gonna see a lot of like aqua blues. Burnt orange is a very popular color on trend. So, and it's really about finding those pieces and creating those silhouettes with those colors. So that's what you're gonna see a lot of. You're gonna see a lot of like stuff that a lot of people kind of just would put in the back of their closet with a pop of color now. So that's really what you can expect to see right now.
Yeah. One of the things you mentioned bomber jackets. One of the things I have really enjoyed seeing is that kind of merging of some street and also more of like more of a dressy look. Somebody
Right.
dressing up a bomber jacket. And
Exactly.
it's something that people. I didn't think we would think about that before to merge those two, but I have really enjoyed it, and it is really like a upgrade from that street fashion.
Right. Absolutely. And it's funny you brought that up because like suits now are starting to become they're making suits more tailored for athleisure.
Yeah.
So you're getting the fit of like in the material of like a jogger suit, but it kind of has some inspiration behind the suit too, and vice versa. And so that's actually one of the things that I've been trying to connect the dots on for the past few years actually, because I saw it happening maybe back in like 2017. And now
Yeah.
you see a lot of designers, this is what they're doing. They're blending tailored classic tailored clothing with streetwear.
Yeah, you don't feel like you in your that church suit your church suit your grandma bought you, so you feel more comfortable and that the material is a lot more comfortable. I love it.
Absolutely. Like you feel like you could, get busy in that suit now. You
Yeah,
can move around.
yep. Especially in what they've done with like chinos, like the stretch, just in everything. Just we talked about in previous shows, like in jeans and everything has a stretchy material and it has some give, which is
Yep.
really good.
Yep.
So I know a lot of people are thinking this question, and you might get this question. What makes a piece or a brand luxury? Is it just a ticket price or is it something else about it?
I actually been dying to answer this question because, at least for a lot of people to hear, because not I was actually having a conversation with a friend yesterday and we were kind of talking about the difference of price points and like when something truly becomes luxury versus when someone is just marking the price up because it has a popular name on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So um from a luxury aspect, it's really about the quality. Um Ideally, whenever you see, here's the thing. You got to understand that the more luxury side of clothing is going to be in like the tailored clothing, whereas the price is going to be with the designer stuff like your shoes, t-shirts, and everything like that. That's where your markup is going to be, where the value is not present. So they're marking these prices up because of the name. So the quality can be bad. It's a basic t-shirt. It took me maybe like $10 to make, and they put a Versace logo on it, and now the shirt is $600.
I've seen some brands do that with like a gilded shirt. I
Yeah,
won't say any names, but like a gilded shirt, slap their name on it, and it's like you said, it's a $600 shirt. This a gilded shirt, like it's a boxy fit.
right. And so now when you get on the quality side, So these are the brand. A lot of these brands that aren't really really popular. And then you got some that are popular, but the
Yeah.
quality isn't great because Ralph Lauren used to be very, very high quality. And then now most of Ralph Lauren's merchandise outside of Purple Label is made in like China and India and places like that because it's so mass produced. So in luxury, you're not going to have a lot of quantity of it because a lot of times they use very, very rich materials, like whether it's like a seaside cotton. It's not just your plain cotton like a poplin. It's a seaside cotton. There's different types of cotton that cost more quality. And in my business, when you understand the value of the fabric when you're buying that fabric by the yard. So, whereas like for a certain material, you pay maybe like $20 for maybe, 10 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this material over here, you're paying 200 per yard. You know what I'm saying? And that's
There's a
what
big
makes the
difference.
difference.
Yeah.
There's a big difference. And so luxury, and I'm getting ready to wrap up the question because I know I got a little long with it, but luxury is equally about the quality as it is about the story too. So the story is big when it comes to luxury as well. So if you have a very um captivating story about your brand and why it came to be, that becomes part of the experience. And luxury is about an experience at the end of the day. It's not fast fashion.
Yeah.
So that's it to wrap it up.
I like it, man. All right. If you guys are just joining us, please, give us a message. Give us some questions. If you have any questions for David, put them in the chat. We talked about what is luxury. If you have any other questions about luxury or some items you're thinking about or how to style it, we're going to get into our favorite part of the show. We can't have a show without doing some styling. So let me bring in. I'll share screen. You just let me know when to go to the next one.
Okay.
All right.
And really quickly, I want to ask you, for those that are maybe like watching, I have my Facebook Live up. Tell me what page they should follow so they can catch on to the podcast.
Coffee and collaborations.
Coffee and collaborations. So
Yep.
follow the podcast, Coffee and Collaborations.
You got it.
All right. So I'm ready when you are.
All right.
All right. So in terms of my introduction, I kind of gave you all a brief introduction of who I am and what I do. I want to talk a little bit about my clothing. I am a menswear clothier, now catering to women as well, and I'm based in Raleigh, North Carolina. I specialize in bespoke made clothing, and by bespoke it means that it's 100% handmade. So ideally, the idea behind bespoke is that you speak what type of style or design that you want, and I make it happen. So with that said, just to give you a little bit about what I do, my product is 100% handmade, made in Italy. We kind of talked a bit about fabric. I offer some of the finest fabrics and everything. And then let me see. When it comes to custom, it's really about the experience and it's about the fit. That's it. And I'm gonna let you go ahead and keep me
Go to the
going.
next. What made you get into women's?
To tell you the truth, the reason why I got into women's, I got so many requests because, as you know, I primarily offer to women, and so men. I'm sorry, and then women started seeing my work, and they're like, when are you gonna start doing stuff for women? When are you gonna start doing stuff for us? And I'm like, never. But I opened my eyes a little bit because I started to see how fluid fashion is becoming now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that fluency between fashion, between men's and women's wear, very much so.
Exactly. And that's kind of like where I've really started to kind of change my mindset about, providing my services to women. So now, as of I think last month, actually, I am now providing my services to women.
All right, ladies. All right, this is your opportunity. Look them up. Reach out. All right, so tell us about. I see these are some great staples. Tell us about them.
Okay, so like the staples that you have here, in the first picture, the top left corner with the brown suede jacket. Um, this is actually like a piece that you can't go wrong with. Actually, I'm sorry, that's not suede, it's velvet. So my eyes kind of bad right now. I need to put my glasses back on. But uh velvet jacket for this season, you can't go wrong. Like I'm telling you, I kept so many velvet jackets in my arsenal, and I got to rebuild now because I actually ended up giving a lot of those jackets away. But a nice velvet jacket will, you know, it'll go with a lot of different things. Like you see right here, you can rock it with some jeans, a button-down shirt. You could dress it up, you could dress it down. So that's the beauty of velvet, because most people see velvet jackets and think, oh, that's too dressy. So moving on, in the middle, you have like your cashmere coat. The cashmere coat is another staple. So it's not that cool right now, but believe me, I believe the temperatures are going to drop. And
It
you want to
will.
have,
Yeah.
exactly, you want to have like something that you can wear that really makes you stand out, because it's nothing like having like a overcoat, especially a camel one too. Um, a camel overcoat works with so many different things. Like I said, it's one of those. It's another piece you could dress up or dress down. Because you could throw on a t-shirt and some joggers with it, and put on some Yeezys and a hat, and you out the door. And in the same sense, you could throw it over that brown blazer you have in the left and layer it for the very cooler days. And so your overcoat is going to be another piece that you want to keep in your arsenal too. Um, in the
Tell,
last
tell
pic-
us tell us about the shoes, because I know that style of boot has been around. It's been staying. It's a classic thing. It's been around for a minute.
Absolutely. So yeah, your Chelsea boots. You can see that in both pictures. You got on they got on Chelsea boots. You cannot. Let me just say this: every man needs a pair of Chelsea boots in his arsenal. Every man needs a pair of Chelsea boots. Matter of fact, I have on some Chelsea boots right now. And my boy Corey was giving me a hard time last night. He's like, "Man, do you ever dress down?" I'm like, "Yeah, I dress down." He's like, "All right, so what kind of boots you wearing?" He's like, "You wearing Tim's or you wearing Chelsea boots?" I'm like, "Put on my Chelsea boots, man. My Tim's is
Yeah.
for the daytime. The Chelsea boots are for the nighttime." So, that's the way I see it. But Chelsea boots, you can't go wrong. So whether you get them in brown, you get them in tan, or you get them in black, they work across any outfit, any look, and you could pull it off. Versatility. That's like one of the biggest things that is I can stress on anybody that's building their wardrobe is versatility.
I like
And
it.
that's what those boots do. So, the top right picture, um, I always tell people, you got to break the rules sometimes. So it's really more of a focus on the pants instead of the jacket. So white pants. I'm like, if you're down for it, you need to get you a pair, because white pants, you're starting to see them dressed up a lot more now, even in the non-summer seasons. So you've seen them with guys are rocking them with navy blazers and different color blazers and everything. So it's one of those like pieces that you want to have for occasions like brunch and maybe having like a daytime event or something like that.
Yeah.
So you can never go wrong with it. So
Man, I've been wearing white year round for a minute. I love. I don't follow too many fashion rules.
yeah, look, if you're following the rules, then you're not probably dressing right.
All
That's what I
right, you
say.
ready for the next one?
Yeah, we can move on to the next. All right, so for the ladies, so with these looks right here, this is something like I said, like you can't go wrong with. The top left, you have the oversized blazer, and so oversized blazers, or like what they call the boyfriend blazer. I think it's becoming one of the most popular pieces now. Is as like in terms of it's coming back because this is something that they like you saw some ladies did, but now it's becoming like more popular because ladies are loving the tailored look too, and they like the silhouette of men's suits.
Yeah.
Because I often hear like the ladies talk about how the suits in like regular stores, they just are ugly and they don't fit them well and everything. Like the jackets are short and they don't have any flattering lines. And that's why you have a lot of ladies that are like really enjoying the men's suits and the men's suited looks too.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about with fall trends is that for women that loose, tailored look,
Yep.
women are really loving that.
Yep. And so you got a lot of ladies doing the boyfriend jeans and everything too. And honestly, I like the look because the right woman can pull it off, and it still looks very feminine too. It's really all about how you play with it because that's what it comes down to. So
Like,
for the middle picture, it's just a white, like I said, that color white. So white overcoat with gold buttons, double breasted. So I think this is actually what I would like to see. You don't see it as much down here as you see it up north, but I would like to see it down here even more. But in the winter times, ladies rocking white. And so that's why I chose this look right here too, because it's one of those looks, like I said, that's becoming more popular now. You're starting to see it because during the wintertime, it has a really nice look to it, even from like a picture standpoint. It's just something about like the background of like the winter season and you seeing white on top of it. And that's why people are starting to recognize it now and starting to, you know, do more looks like this.
yeah. What I really like is I like the white and I also like the larger lapels.
Yes. The oversized lapels.
Yeah.
And
I
then
got one question. I got a question for you.
okay.
So they say what was a goal? What is a goal for you in the fashion industry?
Uh a goal for me, honestly, I'll tell you my goal. My goal is to make my brand as reputable as some of the popular designers that we see. Like I want to be up there with Tom Ford. You know what I'm saying? Gucci,
Yeah.
Saint Laurent. I want my name to be mentioned when you hear those names. So when you hear David Vachon, it's in the same category as those brands also. And that's what my goal is.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Anything else with this slide?
We're good to go.
Okay. All right. Getting into those men suits.
Yes, sir. This is the area I love the most. I love streetwear. Don't get me wrong. I love casual wear. Outerwear. I love it all. But when you put on a suit, man, I'm telling you, you feel totally different. No one can tell me differently. And like when you put on a suit, you just feel like you're about to take over the world.
Yeah.
So, and it's important for guys to understand that, you know, I feel like every man should experience in their lifetime getting one custom suit made. And so, because when you kind of open someone's eyes and they see themselves and they see a lot of times when you put on that suit, you really feel different. That's honestly one of the things that kind of led me into what I'm doing now. It's like when I put on my first suit, I fell in love with it. So, all right, I digress. Our first look. I ain't trying to preach tonight, or have like an inspirational moment. I didn't mean to do all that.
It's all right, man. We here to talk about fashion, but you got to inspire. That's what
Yeah,
fashion does.
exactly, and that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people too.
Yeah.
So back to the tailored suit looks. To the top left, you have a Italian wool. This is I think it's a pinstripe. I can't really see it that close. I probably should pull it up on my phone.
On the left doesn't look like a pinstripe. It looks like
Okay.
a
I know the one in the middle is a pinstripe, so
yep.
that much I do remember. But it's just a super 150 wool suit. The fabric is from one of my mills in Italy, Airstone, and it's a wool silk blend material. And this is a color that's really great for business meetings and everything, and maybe like conferences and things of that nature. It's going to be one that honestly you can wear for almost any occasion outside of a funeral. Your second suit in the middle, you have your double-breasted gray charcoal suit. This is what I call your power suit. So if you're ready to do business, you're ready to make some deals, this is the kind of suit you want to be in. I mean, it'll make you look as powerful as Frank Luke. I don't know if y'all remember that scene when he was standing at the top of the steps of the church with the double-breasted suit on. But that was like I remember that picture being featured in GQ, and they talked about like the double-breasted suit and how powerful it makes you look.
Mm-hmm.
So a great double-breasted suit, you can't go wrong. So now for your formal wear, you have your one button tuxedo with a shawl lapel, and people think black tie and think they have to actually wear black suits, but that's not necessarily the case. The suit has to be black as long as you have a tuxedo on. It doesn't matter what color the tuxedo is. So this bright blue or electric blue wool fabric is very beautiful, and I'm telling you, you wear this, you're gonna turn heads, at a black tie event.
Yeah.
So every man should own at least one tuxedo. One tuxedo. It doesn't matter what color it is, but every man needs one really fitted tuxedo.
I like it.
So,
Definitely. I definitely would agree, and it just, to put one on and go somewhere with it, you do feel like money. So we have one another question, and then we're going to kind of go through the slides because, like I said before, this is the fastest fashion talk show on Friday. So
yeah,
the
right.
question,
We got to get out, turn up, right?
yeah. So the question is, what do you say to a potential client who wants a custom suit but thinks it's not affordable?
This is what I tell a client, especially ones who are on the fence of trying to decide if it's good for them to buy. The thing is this: you gotta see it as an investment. This is not just something that you're looking at the price up front, but you got to think about the value you're getting on the back end. So while it may cost $9.95, you're paying $9.95 for a suit that will last you 10, 15, 20 years, if you so choose to keep it that long and dry clean it and take care of it. So you divide the price that you're paying up front by the years that you're going to keep it. And when you compare the two of what you could go get for a cheaper price, and how many times over that you buy that, you realize that you're making a wise investment. So it's not really that it's not affordable because here's the thing. We all, when we want something, we will do what it takes to get what we want. So whether it's for a vacation, you're putting money to the side.
Yeah.
You're doing what you got to do so you could go on that vacation. And vacations ain't cheap either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all
So
about what you prioritize.
exactly, it's all about what you prioritize. I'm not saying you have to buy one right now, but if you're on the fence and price is your concern, save up for it because you never know what the right kind of suit can do for you. Because I'm telling you, I've been afforded opportunities based off of the way I dress, and that's the story. Those are some of the stories I get back from some of my clients who wear my pieces. Like, they tell me like, hey man, I was with this client and everything, and we were on the fence about the price of this house, and but when I had your suit on, man, I felt real confident, man. I did my thing. And so, you know, you never know what happens because of what you're wearing and who you might run into. So it could put you in a position to where you could buy suits like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So these are the type of things that, like I said, I've experienced and other people have experienced. So you got to think about it, what it could do for you on the on the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's what we think about fashion is, especially at TGIFF. We think about fashion as a way to express yourself and also bring out what's already in there. So if you
Right.
already have this nice tailor-made suit, you feel powerful, and then you start to see it in your behavior, like you said, with you being more confident in how you talk to people.
Right.
So David also left. He's leaving you guys with a couple a little bit more styling. With the sweater, with the blazer, leaving you with some staples. To add to your collection. And like you said before, every man needs a tailored suit. So if they're looking to get that tailored suit, they're ready for it. How can they get in touch with you, David?
You can email me at info@davidvashon.com. Or you can contact me on Facebook. So you can go to www.facebook.com/the Bespoke Architect. And that's the Bespoke Architect. And on Instagram, David Vashon. So David Vashon, everything, basically.
I like it, and thank you for joining me, man. For thank God it is Fashion Friday. I appreciate you taking
I
the time
appreciate you
out.
bringing me
And
on.
no problem. And telling us about some luxury tailored fashion. So
Absolutely.
appreciate it, man.
I
Thank
appreciate you
you
too.
all for joining us as well for another TGIFF. Make time in your schedule. Put it on your calendar. Join us next Friday. We're going to be chopping it up again. And greatness is a decision that is made daily. It is something that you must wake up for, and you have to constantly think about it. That you're going to be great today, and remember that life is short. We're going through COVID. Things are happening. Make sure to give people their roses while they're here. Appreciate yourself. Really appreciate. Do that self love and really love each other. And join us again for TGIFF. And enjoy your night and enjoy your weekend.
I'm just voting her for the fun of it.